Please be seated for the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln.
Good morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure and privilege as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. Welcome first to our guests, here to celebrate the achievements of your children, grandchildren, family, and friends. Welcome to the friends of the university, whose steady support over the years has helped it build on its success. Welcome to my colleagues, the staff of the university, through whose efforts the university is what it is today. And finally, and particularly, welcome to our students, our graduates, for whom this ceremony marks the culmination of much hard work and study, and we hope a bit of fun too. This is your special occasion, and it is very special for us too. And we come together here to recognize and celebrate your work and achievements. I hope that you enjoy the ceremony and remember it always with immense pride and profound satisfaction.
The Reverend Rachel Reveley will offer the congregation her welcome on behalf of the Dean and Chapter.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduands, as curate of Lincoln Cathedral, can I offer all of you, on behalf of Chapter, a very warm welcome to the Cathedral for this graduation ceremony. You are all most welcome on this important and memorable occasion. This cathedral church is many things: a place of worship and pilgrimage, a building of international importance and repute, and an iconic presence set within this historic and now well-recognized university city. And today it is a liminal space where you enter as graduands and leave as graduates. You are changed and will embark on a different stage of your story. For this is a place where the human story has been told and lived out, where we celebrate our joys as well as acknowledging our sorrows. Today we come to celebrate success and to recognize the achievement of all those receiving degrees, as well as giving thanks for the academic and administrative staff of the university, those who have made this all possible. To all those who are graduating, can I offer my congratulations and all the very best for what the future will bring. I close with a prayer. Lord God, we give you thanks for bringing those who graduate this day to this special moment in their lives. We ask you to accompany them as they face new adventures, possibilities, and challenges. May they ever look upon you, who art the fountain of all wisdom. Amen.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln, Professor Andrew Hunter, will address the congregation.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, friends, graduands, and families, welcome to graduation, the most important occasion in the university's calendar. I'm grateful to the chapter for their support for the university and for enabling us to congregate today in this magnificent setting. We have a unique partnership, which includes working together to research the wonderful medieval library in the cathedral, a seat of worship and learning for nearly 1,000 years. This is a special day for the entire congregation, but particularly for you, our graduands. It marks a fundamental transition in your lives. You enter the cathedral as graduands, but you will leave as graduates of the University of Lincoln. This is your day, and we're delighted to celebrate it with you. Now, although this is a serious occasion, it need not be solemn. So if you wish to clap or cheer your friends and loved ones as they walk across the stage, please feel free. None of us achieves anything truly worthwhile in life without the forbearance, encouragement and support of others, friends, families and loved ones. And I know you will wish to express your gratitude, so shall we start with a round of applause to thank them for their support. At Lincoln, we pride ourselves in the excellence of the education we provide to our students. We are consistently recognised in national surveys for our commitment to supporting students, and I hope that you will now join me in thanking your lecturers and professional staff for their encouragement and enthusiasm in helping you through your studies. Thank you all. At Lincoln, we believe that university education is about acquiring the social and intellectual skills to contribute effectively to society. We need citizens of character who can challenge conventional wisdom and help to build a successful and inclusive community. The student experience at Lincoln has equipped you very well to play this role. Our graduates have learned through their studies how to appraise information, absorbing the lessons learned by others, how to critique, synthesize and extend what they have learned, finding their own unique voice, and how to balance personal ambition against collaboration with others, developing themselves and contributing to society. Lincoln graduates are recognized nationally as having an excellent success rate, gaining good employment once they complete their studies with us, and the university will do all it can to support you in your future careers. Some of you may be going on to further study with us, and we'll look forward to welcoming you back. If you have not yet decided what you're going to do in the future, staff from our careers service are on hand today to offer advice and support. They remain available throughout your working life to provide continuous support in your career development. Remember, you are always part of the University of Lincoln community, your alma mater, so please stay in touch and make use of the invaluable networking opportunities we can provide. The profile of the university has been raised nationally and internationally by a very successful year. In collaboration with the University of Nottingham, the university has secured approval from the government to open a new medical school, one of only 5 new schools in the country. The medical school will begin admitting students in September and will train young clinicians, many of whom will ultimately join our local health services as general practitioners and hospital doctors. It is a very public sign of the strengthening profile and reputation of the university. Research from the university is recognised as one of the top 100 in the UK's best breakthroughs list this year. The research led by Professor Nero Sirordina from the School of Health and Social Care has improved frontline pre-hospital care, making recommendations that have directly helped in a range of emergency situations, from enabling call handlers to more quickly identify those at risk of cardiac arrest, to new treatments to minimise the long-term health implications for stroke patients. Meanwhile, there's a new member of staff in the Collection Museum in Lincoln who's proving very popular. Linda, a 5'2" magenta robot developed by Professor Mark Hanheider's team in the Lincoln Centre for Autonomous Systems, is guiding visitors around the exhibits, pausing to offer facts and taking basic questions. Linda also avoids obstacles, including people, and retires to recharge herself when it all gets a bit much. Over time, she will learn new behaviours and trends from the people she interacts with, increasing our understanding of how mobile robots can effectively interact with humans. We provide our students with a rich academic environment in which to thrive. This year we came 7th in the National Student Satisfaction Survey and were named in the top 30 of universities in the Times Higher Education Table of Tables, which builds on our various rankings: 22nd in the Guardian University Guide, 42nd in the Times Good University Guide, and 43rd in the Sunday Times Complete University Guide. These national tables recognise the quality of the education provided at the University of Lincoln, and you carry the reputation with you in the rest of your careers. We have been immensely fortunate to attract and retain staff of the highest quality across the university. It's been their commitment, supported by very dedicated members of our Board of Governors, which has created the strong financial and academic foundations that the university enjoys today. We can look forward to even greater recognition as a world-class university in the years ahead. It's from this academic haven that you now set forth as graduates on the next stage of your lives and careers. There is a wide world to explore, and I will conclude with the advice of Lincolnshire-born poet laureate Alfred Lord Tennyson to those setting out on the voyage of life: to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Good luck to you all. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Academic Board, I am pleased to confer upon you all the awards to which you are entitled. Thank you.
Professor Duncan French, Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Social Science, will present graduates who are receiving their awards this morning.
Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving research awards from the School of Education. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Professional in Education. For the thesis, an investigation into the teaching of numeracy in subjects other than mathematics across the curriculum, a case study of a post-primary disadvantaged school in Ireland, Thomas Patrick Coffey. For the thesis, Towards a Model for Creative Climates in Higher Education Organisations, a constructivist grounded theory case study of academics' experiences of creativity and innovation in curriculum development, Janine McGinn. For the thesis, How does early life adversity impact on social interaction and school engagement in middle childhood in Ireland, Mary O'Connor. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Research and Development. For the thesis, I Remember When, the impact of teachers' storytelling on teaching and learning in higher education, Anthony David Johns. Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Education. Degree of Master of Arts in Education. Louise Ann Avis. Aoife Costello. Owen Thomas Firth. Holly Jade Haywood. Anita Walker. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Primary. Rebecca Dawn Gray. Bryony Ann Melina Marshall. Melissa Prime. Michelle Elizabeth Rostron. Robin Wilding. The Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Secondary. Thomas Peter Baines. Jack Blythe. Joseph Broomfield. Jonathan George Crane. George William Howell. Nicola Rachel Makepeace. Louisa May Muggeridge. Jodie Kate Nutt. Jake Daniel Pollard. Robert Cadderock James Pomeroy. Stephen Graham Stewart. Lucy Tapperell. James Alexander Walker. Emma Jane Watt. Charlotte Welsh. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduands receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Health and Social Care. Degree of Master of Science in Advanced Clinical Practice. Kirsty Cartledge. Degree of Master of Science in Advanced Clinical Practice, Primary Care. Rowena Jane Burgess. Adele Parsons. Degree of Master of Science in Advanced Clinical Practice, Urgent Care. Sandra Andrews. Alex Blakemore. Christopher Forbes. Tracy Saville. Rebecca Ann Sidsaf. The degree of Master of Science in Social Work. Alice Bramley. Fran Courier. Brodie Harmon. Alice Mary Kennedy. Nicole Ann Mitchell. Jessica Jean Nielsen. Makala Tolton. Lena Jane Walton. Postgraduate Certificate in Interprofessional Practice, Approved Mental Health Professional. Philip Mark Smales. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Health and Social Care. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Kieran Baker. May Kurd. Carla Davies. Matthew Ellis. Masuma Jafari. Amiro Jalla. Udaya Prasathana Kumari Luidasa. Rachel Nathan. Jodie Lee Page. Jade Louise Patchett. Megan Louise Turner. Jasmine Waller. Sophie Ward. Leah Eve Ellie Wilson. I am pleased to present the posthumous award for a certificate in applied health science, Collins Epatuku. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Social Work, Dana Bray. Grayanne Keeley. Shannon Parker. Lauren Catherine Spence. Alicia Wozniak. Degree of Bachelor of Science in Applied Social Studies, Laura Joanne Cornell. Certificate of Higher Education in Applied Social Studies, Esther Simpson. Diploma of Higher Education in Nursing Associate, Lucy Barlow. Emily Burton. Emma Jane Cook. Amanda Grace Cross. Caroline Heather Duffy. Sarah Dyson. Victoria Claire Louise Falconbridge. Amanda Gill. Emily Kate Gillett. Fiona Jane Hannigan. Kaylee Jane Harris. Joanne Curlew. Lauren Liebenhaus. Violetta Joanna London. Jodie Lee Lord. Fernanda Lima. Louise McNeil. Stephen Jack Meadows. Lydia O'Callaghan. Robert Benjamin Pick. Emma Jane Renison. Neelam Kumari Saar. Joanna Sellers. Lisa Silver. Adam Smith. Claire Smith. Megan Jade Smith. Samantha Lisa Stainton. Amy Wells. Emma Woodlock. Leah Marie Wooster. Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the graduates receiving research awards from the Lincoln School of Law. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Law. For the thesis, will unconventional horizontal hydraulic fracturing for shale gas production create environmental harm in the United Kingdom? Jack Adam Lampkin. For the thesis, the effectiveness of compulsory arbitration in the settlement of disputed marine insurance claims, a case study of Saudi Arabia, Amer Daoud Marar. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the Lincoln School of Law. Degree of Master of Laws in International Law. Sophie Louise Costello. Aliyah Romeza Iftikhar. Victoria Mary Walker. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving first awards from the Lincoln School of Law. Honours degree of Bachelor of Laws in Law. Francesca Khan. Amy Ann Gerard. Julia Christine Hayes. Chen Shi Lin. Menjia Shen. Lily Wright. Diploma of Higher Education in Law and Criminology. Brannon Pell. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving research awards from the School of Psychology. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology. For the thesis, REM Sleep and Emotional Memory and Depressional Vulnerability, Marcus Oliver Harrington. For the thesis, Assessing the Predictive Value of the UK CDI for Early Identification of Developmental Language Delay, Janine Just. For the thesis, Schizophrenia-Related Gene Variants and Early Life Stress, Effects on Cognitive and Biological Endophenotypes, Crystal Klaus. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Psychology. Degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Amy Aston. Hannah Daniels. Kate Davies. Nicole Geach. Saffron Morris. Hayley Rose. The degree of Master of Science in Developmental Psychology. Sophie Melissa Locke. Pauline McPherson. Sarah Opie. Rebecca Louise Sanderson. The degree of Master of Science in Forensic Psychology. Victoria Ann Bannister. Nikki Louise Beard. Natasha Betts. Maria Marquette Chaplin. Lydia Mary Coppinger. Robert Cox. Michael Raymond Davies. Alicia Edwards. Zoe Ellman. Catherine Garbett. Martine Hobake. Victoria Patricia Maria Lister. Lauria Lydon. Corenza McClecken. Rachel Christina McCarney. Holly Pillsworth. Rebecca Richardson. Charles Rothwell. Amy Louise Shipp. Honor Mercedes Catherine Thibthorpe Props. Melanie Jane St. John Howe. Laura Stretch. Zoe Thornton. The degree of Master of Science in Psychological Research Methods. Connor Bellis. Jack Harry Grant. Dominic Kilner. Nakandu Muma. Mercedes Wybrow. Hannah Williams. Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Psychology. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Esther Kate Barton Mather. Zoe Dakin Abraham. Christoph Matocha. Josie May. Abhinaya Nadarash. Eloise Wood. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Liam Acton. The Diploma of Higher Education in Psychology. Malike Akidalid. The Certificate of Higher Education in Psychology. Natasha Doreen Smith. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Clinical Psychology. Rabia Kanome. Shannon McIntosh. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Forensic Psychology. Jade Walsh. Bethany Walker. And that concludes the first part of the presentation of awards.
We call upon Molly Jackson to introduce to Congregation Hayden Biddle, who is today receiving the award of Doctor of University, Honoris Causa.
Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, graduates, I am pleased to present to you Mr. Hayden Biddle, on whom the governing body has agreed to confer an honorary award of Doctor of the University. Our honorary award scheme says that the Doctorate of the University may be conferred on those who have contributed significantly and exceptionally to the development of the university at a senior level. Hayden became a governor of the university in August 2010 and was chair of the Board of Governors from August 2012 until July 2018. For those not familiar with the function of the Board of Governors, the board plays a central role in the strategic development and overall performance of the university. It has ultimate responsibility for defining the institution's mission, educational character, and future direction, and for overseeing progress against the university's strategic plan. The years of Hayden's chairmanship were a time of extraordinary progress and success for the university. In 2012, the university had 12,494 students. In that year, Lincoln ranked 89th out of 127 institutions in the National Student Satisfaction Survey, a survey that is completed by third-year students across the UK. In the league tables, Lincoln stood at 47th in the Guardian University Guide and 53rd in the Complete University Guide. In 2018, student numbers had grown to 15,200. In the National Student Survey, Lincoln ranked equal 7th. Overall, out of 127 universities, with several of the university courses ranked number 1, including chemistry, pharmaceutical science, social science, and sociology. The university had risen to 22nd in the Guardian University Guide out of 121 institutions and 43rd in the Complete University Guide. Over this time, the university had added new subjects to the portfolio. The first undergraduates joined a new School of Chemistry, and the first cohort of pharmacy students embarked on their qualifications in September 2014. The first students joined the new School of Mathematics, and the first physics students started their degrees in September 2015. We've already heard that in March 2018, Lincoln, in partnership with the University of Nottingham, was successful in its bid for a new medical school. Lincolnshire had been the largest county in the UK without a medical school, and the new school will make a huge difference to the region, establishing a hub of medical expertise. Over the period 2012 to 2018, the university embarked on a £130 million investment programme. The Joseph Banks Laboratories at the Lincoln Science and Innovation Park opened in 2014. The Isaac Newton Building and the Sarah Swift Buildings opened in 2017. As well as teaching facilities, the university invested in student residences, and Signet Wharf residences were completed in 2017. The TEF, or Teaching Excellence Framework, is a national independent assessment of teaching quality. In 2017, the first year the assessment was made, Lincoln was judged as gold standard, the highest standard possible, and was one of only 59 out of 295 higher education providers to achieve a gold rating. These are only a few of the university's very many achievements during the time that Hayden chaired the Board of Governors. Hayden, of course, would be the very first to say that these were not his achievements, but rather those of the board, the Vice-Chancellor, and her senior team, the staff of the universities, and of course its students. However, Lincoln's success has been due in no small part to Hayden's leadership of the board and his guidance and support for the Vice-Chancellor and the senior management team. His lead on the measured assessment of risk and reward has meant that the university's had the confidence to be bold and ambitious in its aspirations. He brought a significant financial and business expertise to bear in his leadership of the Financial Sustainability Group, where excellent and important work was done to ensure that prudence was balanced with ambition in the university's plans. This work meant that the university was able to secure a £50 million loan at very favourable terms from the European Investment Bank, making the investment programme possible. Hayden was consistently a passionate advocate for the student experience, investing much time in understanding this from a student perspective, such as his practice of shadowing a student, attending student union events, and student performances. He provided strong leadership with a clear eye to good governance, essential in these times where the higher education sector is under great scrutiny from government, public, and other stakeholders. As well as being wise and judicious in his interventions, he is a warm, generously spirited, and very funny person, making board meetings and working with him an absolute pleasure. Hayden's work away from the university involved a commercial career that encompassed a number of marketing and chief executive roles. In conjunction with this, he worked in the areas of education, training and enterprise, in organisations as varied as the Prince's Trust, the TECs and the East Midland Development Agency. In all, he has served on 38 boards and been chair or deputy chair of 13. He is a Doctor of Civil Law, a freeman of the City of London, and a liveryman of the Worshipful Company of Woolman. Vice-Chancellor, in the context of this outstanding contribution to the development of the university, I would like to call on you to confer on Mr. Hayden Biddle an honorary doctorate of the university from the University of Lincoln.
By the authority vested in me by the university, I am pleased to confer upon you the award of Doctor of the University, honoris causa, and welcome you amongst our fellowship. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It is now my great pleasure to invite our honoured guest to address congregation.
Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellors, colleagues, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. This award, combined with my lifetime membership of the Lincoln Students' Union, is one of the best things that I've ever been given, because it strengthens my association with this extraordinary institution, and I am profoundly grateful. Listening to the kind and exaggerated words about my time as chair, I'm put in mind of a man who wanted to buy a parrot. And he goes along to the parrot shop, and there's a wide variety available, and he looks at that one over there and says, well, how much is that? And the guy who owns the store says, £200. He says, well, it's a bit rich for a parrot. Or he says, it's a very remarkable bird, sir, it speaks 2 languages. So he looks further back in the cage and sees another one. He says, well, how much is that one? Well, that's £400, sir. Oh, he said, that's terrible. But that one, sir, it speaks 4 languages. So he looks at the back where there's a rather scruffy old thing sitting on a perch, and he says, well, how much is that one? And he says, that one, sir, that's £1,000. So he says to the storekeeper, well, that's amazing. I wonder how many languages that speaks. And the storekeeper says, well, sir, that one doesn't speak any languages. In fact, it doesn't do anything at all. But the other 2 call it chairman. And how true that is, because the art of chairing is not to do things, but is to find a great senior leadership team and a great board, hitch yourself to them, and enjoy the ride. And that's what I've been able to do here in Lincoln. But even then, everything doesn't go according to plan. And all of us have things that we could have done better. So I thought it might be helpful to those taking up or resuming a career to tell you about just 3 of the things that I think I could have done better and wish I'd thought about a bit more when I was starting out. And because a picture is worth 1,000 words, I've got some images that I'd just like you to imagine and associate with those 3 things. And the first image is of you standing on a podium, number 1, pole position, grasping a gold medal. And my first point is decide what you want to be famous for. Not necessarily in a film star or sports star type of way, but what reputation do you want to build? What do you want people to think when your name is mentioned? Now, there'll of course be some areas of technical expertise, but we often need to supplement these with more generic characteristics. And if you end up searching around for reputational areas, after a lifetime of working, I assure you, with all sorts of people, may I suggest 3 areas that you might want to consider. And the first one is the person who gets things done, the one you can always rely on to deliver when given a task. The second is the thinker, someone analytical and creative who comes up with solutions and helps other people to do the same. And the third is the communicator, somebody who can build a persuasive case orally and in writing. In the second image, you're still standing on the podium, but your medal has been replaced by the academic robes you're wearing today, things that represent a thinking qualification. And my second point is simply, remember to think. With good fortune, you'll work in places that provide some sort of training, which, if good, will follow a cycle of explanation, demonstration, imitation, and consolidation. And it'll be vital to respond to this, but in doing so, it's very easy to get carried along by process and doing the job, and forget that you will have been hired for your ability to think, contribute, and improve. So in whatever way is right for you, pause regularly, make time, and think how things can be done better, what things are not being done at all, and how you would present your ideas to your organization. And my final image is a man on a horse riding up to the Capitol building in Washington. No security, no outriders. This is Thomas Jefferson, and he has just been elected 3rd President of the United States and is arriving to give his inaugural address. In his address, he tries to bring people together and talks about a sacred principle, that though the will of the majority is in all cases to prevail, that will to be rightful must be reasonable. that will to be rightful must be reasonable. And my third point is apply your own reasonableness test by asking yourselves regularly, am I being reasonable in my judgments and in what I ask of people? So do we need a definition of reasonable in order to apply the test? I'd suggest that is unwise, because fortunately, reasonable behavior takes many forms, and every disagreement is not a difference of principle. At the extreme ends of an imaginary behavior line, whether social, political, or commercial, it is very easy to identify the unreasonable. But as you get closer to the center of the line, decisions become harder and sometimes critical. Then may I suggest that reasonable behavior tries to support the ability of individuals to self-determine, always providing that doesn't impact on the rights of others to do the same, and stays, of course, within the constraints of the law. So to be reasonable is to recognize there are very few singular freedoms. We retain our freedoms only if others retain theirs. And as educated people, we have a responsibility to protect the freedom of others to exercise their reasonable views and beliefs. Educated people have schooled themselves in how to discriminate based on fact, logic, and emotion, and therefore have the capacity to review options leading to actions in the context of what is reasonable, and to persuade others to do the same. The consistent application of the reasonableness test will help the future to be written by your caring and your wisdom. And now the most important message of all. This is a great day for everyone. Congratulations on graduating, and may I extend my good wishes to our graduates and every single person on the staff of Lincoln University, whoever they are and wherever they are, in the words of an old Celtic blessing. May the road rise up before you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may your God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Thank you.
Professor Duncan French will continue presenting graduates who are receiving their awards this morning.
Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving research awards from the School of Social and Political Sciences. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in International Relations. For the thesis, The Behavior and Evolution of Boko Haram, a Multi-Level Analysis, Solomon, Timothy, and Jida. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Social Policy. For the thesis, Ethics of Care in the Policy and Practice of Intensive Family Intervention Services, Sue Bond-Taylor. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Social and Political Sciences. Degree of Master of Arts in Gender Studies. Danielle Barr. Craig David Carey. Marianne Louise Keeler. Zoe Mira Dorney Lindsay. Amy Laura McHale. The degree of Master of Arts in Politics. Sophie Elizabeth Bennett. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Social and Political Sciences. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Beatriz de Arcos Marin. Reese Milner. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Harvey Johnson. Miles Lenton. The Diploma of Higher Education in Criminology. Oliver James Adams. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Politics. Laura May Graham. The Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Science. Gordon Sowerby. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduate receiving a research award from the School of Sport and Exercise Science, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Sports and Exercise Science. For the thesis, A Biomechanical Analysis of the Golf Draw and Fade Shots, Andrew Collinson. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Sport and Exercise Science, degree of Master of Science in Sport Science. Gary Brenchley. Nicola Jane Camp. Bernardo Valquez Chalano do Carmo. Amelia Dingley. Kristen Gers-Dotter. The Postgraduate Diploma in Sports Science. Michael Dowie Goorditz. The degree of Master of Science in Sports Therapy. Elisa May Bott. Holly Culver. Amy Cosby. Jazdav Harish. David Idem Anani Kapobi. Morgan Elmer Leach. Aidan Stevenson. Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Sport and Exercise Science. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Sports Development and Coaching. Alex James Goff. Jack Richards. And that concludes the presentation awards from the College of Social Science.
Professor Libby John, Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Science, will present graduates who are receiving their awards this morning.
Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduate receiving a research award from the School of Chemistry. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Forensic Science. For their thesis, The Relevance and Interpretation of Harris Lines in Archaeological and Contemporary Skeletal Collections, Kaylee Shaw. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduands receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Chemistry. Degree of Master of Science in Analytical Sciences, Aaron Birchall. Degree of Master of Science in Forensic Science, Holly Beresford. Tabitha Eve. James Fox. Abigail Kent. Thomas Richard Kinder. Tanya Rose Rawsthorne. Ryan Senior. Amelia Was. Chloe Wiggett. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduands receiving first awards from the School of Chemistry. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Charles Folland. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science, Thomas Day. Pumelele Nokwaze Umkize. Connie Val Paulson. Lewis Roberts. Tyler Connor Strand. Degree of Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science, Emma Elizabeth Ruby. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduand receiving a research award from the School of Computer Science. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computing. For their thesis, a fluid dynamic-based approach to reconnect the retinal vessels in fundus photographs, Francesco Caliva. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduands receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Computer Science. Degree of Master of Science in Computer Science by Research, Benjamin Williams. Jason Andrew Hall. Degree of Master of Science in Computer Science, Adam Richard Linscott. Jake Trigg. Degree of Master of Science in Intelligent Systems, Stephen Booker. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Computer Science. Degree of Master of Computing in Computer Science, Callum Dixon. Honours Degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Information Systems, Andrew Knott. Honours Degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Alexandria Chidi Uju Anumba. Umar Ahmed. Sharuk Thani Mubarak Al-Alawi. Jack Baldry. Thomas Dixon. Tom Fenton. John Futter. Connor Hudson. Charles Elliott Kingsley Jones. Leon Lamont. Shaney Graham Stephen Maddy. Joseph McMaster. Thomas Oddy. Shane Daniel Porter. Degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Matthew Cooper. Peter Holman. James Johnston. Ayomide Olorinde. Higher National Diploma in Computer Science, Bradley Cross. Honours Degree of Bachelor of Science in Games Computing, Jack Charles Cannon. Daniel Downs. Alexander Ford. Thomas Levavasseur dit Durrell. Degree of Bachelor of Science in Games Computing, Daniel Michael Dennis. Alexander Orr. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Engineering. Degree of Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Adam Michael Bagley. Stuart Walker. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Engineering. Honours degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Mustafa Mbaye. Degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Ali Nasser Ali Mubarak Al-Mashaki. Hei Lun Lo. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving research awards from the School of Life Sciences. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Animal Behaviour and Welfare. For their thesis, Using Robots to Understand Animal Social Cognition, Anna Fronweiser. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Animal Sciences. For their thesis, Assessment of Dogs' Looking Behaviour in Response to Dynamic Three-Dimensional Stimuli, Fiona Jane Williams. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biology. For their thesis, Functional Properties of the Nests of Thrushes, Turdidae, and Finches, Fringillidae, Lucia Biddle. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Life Sciences. Degree of Master of Science in Conservation Science by Research, Alison Hinckley. Degree of Master of Science in Biology by Research, Benjamin David Keep. Sophie Mazzuti. Degree of Master of Science in Life Sciences by Research, Katie Goddard. Franchelli Martinez Sosa. Alexandra Lupton. Degree of Master of Science in Biotechnology, Cameron Chopping. James Doherty. Chris Harrison. Fahim Razmande. Degree of Master of Science in Clinical Animal Behaviour, Ana Maria Barcelos Guerra Pinto. Rebecca Louise Mary Barr. Maria Demetrio. Jodie Graham. Madeline Sarah Hamblett. Alison Jenkins. Victoria Lucia Louise Kingsman. Amanda Jane Lawrence. Sarah Louise Liversidge. Celeste Lyons. Ruth Moots. Rhiannon Smoker. Victoria Stockley. Postgraduate Diploma in Clinical Animal Behaviour. Nicola Helen Ray Cook. Degree of Master of Science in Microbiology. Jade Beebe. Alexandra Christoffi. Demi Maria Christoffi. James Peter Ferro. Lewis Moforth. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving first awards from the School of Life Sciences. Degree of Master of Biosciences in Biology, Devon Warner. Adam Welsh. Degree of Master of Biosciences in Zoology, Emma Ord. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Animal Behaviour and Welfare, Jennifer Macmillan. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology, Joseph Burns. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, Sabina Dobb. Heather Tonks. Brooke Wallace. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Bioveterinary Science, Stephanie Elzbieta Emily Sarkowski. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Medical Bioscience, Christina Kyriakou. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Zoology, Elizabeth Walker. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Pharmacy. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. For their thesis, Nanocrystallization of Prednisolone for Inhalation Therapy, Maria Gabrielle Lorenco Franca Pereira. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduate receiving a first award from the School of Pharmacy. Degree of Master of Pharmacy, Chloe Jane Coleman. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving postgraduate awards from the Lincoln Institute for Agri-Technology. Degree of Master of Science in Agri-Food Technology, Michael Adedolapo Adeleye. Ryan Samuel Fisher. Brina O'Callaghan. Julius Ramanoskas. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduates receiving first awards from the National Centre for Food Manufacturing. Foundation degree in Food Manufacture, Quality Assurance and Technical Management, Marius Cerniauskas. Samantha Jane Clarkson. Cassandra May Doughty. Calvis Dudelis. James Fletcher. Charles Fawkes. Luke Hutchinson. Ingrida Mashikaiti. That concludes the presentation of awards.
We now invite Amelia Dingley to say a few words on behalf of those graduating this morning.
Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to use this opportunity to say what an honour and privilege it is to speak today and represent my fellow graduates. Today's graduation ceremony will hold its own significance for every one of us. It provides us the opportunity to reflect on the time that we have had at the University of Lincoln and also the journey that we've spent getting here. I would like to share a small part of my journey with you. My education has been far from simple. I spent primary school in and out of speech therapy, and my GCSE and A-levels were blighted by multiple surgeries from gymnastics injuries. After 3 years of A-levels, I was left feeling lost, and I was filled with self-doubt and worry that I was not able to achieve more. A quote that resonates with me was once spoken by Teo Tezu, who once said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." I didn't see it at the time, but the lessons and struggles that I experienced provided me with an opportunity to change my path, one that led me to the University of Lincoln. Now, I tell this not because of me, but because in our lives there are hurdles and barriers in our way to achieving our goals. We all began our time at the University of Lincoln with a single step of wanting to better ourselves. We must celebrate our own journeys, for we are all unique and we are all on our own paths. And with this, being here today in this beautiful cathedral, we've all achieved an incredible milestone within our education, something that we can be very proud of. We have committed ourselves to study in our chosen areas over the last few years. It's been difficult, challenging, but I'm sure you can all agree, most of all, rewarding. We have learned, often the hard way, but some say the best way. As we close this chapter in our lives, we must thank those who have supported us along the way. The University of Lincoln has nurtured and supported us. To the lecturers, tutors and staff that have mentored us and inspired us, you have provided the opportunity to allow us to develop both as individuals and within our chosen topics. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to take this moment to thank you for the time you have invested in us and the support you've so kindly given. Parents, carers and families, as you marvel at your sons and daughters' accomplishments, you may be wondering where the years have gone. We must thank you for the countless food parcels, support and unconditional love that you have given. And finally, to my fellow graduates, today symbolises one momentous achievement, one that we couldn't have done alone. Let us use this time to celebrate together with the dear friends that we have made. Friends that have supported us when we may not have believed it was possible to get that essay in on time. Celebrated with us when we got that grade we worked so hard for and was there and shared the memorable times with us. Thank you. There may be lots of unknowns on the horizon as we move forwards into the next few months and years of our careers. I would like to leave you with a quote by Pele, one that I hope you can take with you on your new adventure. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Dream big and never let anyone that you cannot achieve. Congratulations. Thank you.
Well done, Amelia. That was a wonderful speech. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony today is drawing to its close. It only remains for me to thank all our guests for their support that they have given the university and its students over the years, and to wish our departing graduates all the very best for their future and your chosen careers. We hope you'll stay in touch through the alumni network, not only with each other, but also with the university, and watch its future progress with pride, as we will watch yours. And finally, you're now graduates of the university. As such, I invite you to take your rightful places in the academic procession as we move from the cathedral across to the castle grounds, where the alumni celebration reception has been prepared for everyone here. Thank you and good luck, and may you all fulfill your dreams. Thank you.
Our ceremony is now concluded. The academic procession will leave the platform and make its way through the Great West Door across to the Castle Square. As it passes, our new graduates will themselves take their places in the procession and leave the cathedral. As they do so, please stay in your places and give them a final round of applause before you join them in the castle grounds. Please all rise for the full academic procession.